Okay, so we are going to go through the review here. Now, remember I said I'm going to be doing the evens. Okay, I will be doing the evens, and then you guys will be responsible for doing the odds, but I'm still going to put up the key for the odds so you can know what to do. All right, so first problem is number 2 here. So if you look, we've got our two angles, angle A and angle B. And if you notice, these two angles, if you go from the edge of A, we go up, and then from B to the other edge, they create a straight line. So that means that these two are a linear pair. Okay, linear means straight line. Next question, number 4. You will notice here that angles B and A together, they create a right angle. Remember, this little box means a right angle. So A and B, they're adding together to make a right angle. That means they are complementary. All right, question 6. Again, we have our two angles. They are adding together to make that right angle. So we could say 34 plus B is equal to 90. And then you just solve that, subtract 34, subtract 34, B, so 90, take away 34, you got to borrow here. 10 minus 4 is 6, 8 minus 3 is 5. So angle B is 56 degrees. Now, y'all need to understand, on your test, okay, they may not have everything labeled for you like they do here. If they tell you something in the problem, then you need to label it on the diagram. That's part of your points. Also, this equation here, okay? Showing me that equation, showing me that you understand that the 34-degree angle and angle B have to make 90 together, that is also part of your work. So again, you may be able to go in your calculator and say, okay, 90 minus 54, and then just get that answer. But if I don't see that actually written on your page with the, or I'm sorry, 90 minus 34, if I don't actually see that written on your paper, then I'm not going to be able to give you full points for that problem. So show me all the work written, and then you can type stuff in your calculator just to do the simple calculations. So word to the wise. All right, question 8. Name all the angles that have V as a vertex. So right here, V is our vertex, the corner, the point, and we have two angles. Okay, and so we'll name them. We can name them DVC, so angle DVC. Okay, as long as V is in the middle, because it is the vertex. Or, you could even call that same angle, you could call it angle CVD. Same thing. And now our other angle. So let me switch pins. So I'll mark that one with red so we know that one goes with that one. Okay, and now here, this one, angle 6. We could call it angle, CVB, or we could call it angle BVC. And you need to be able to explain to me why we can name it in this fashion, okay? Remember, why can we name it that? Well, you have the vertex in the middle, and then you have your other 2 points on the legs on either side of that letter. So you could call it angle CVB because you start at C, you go through point V, and then you go to point B to make that angle there. And V is your vertex, it's in the middle. All right, question 10. So this is the next part of what we covered. Segment addition. So we have JK and KL, and then the whole thing is 13, and we want to find KL. So we can write our equation here. JK plus KL is equal to JL. And now we plug in what we know. Again, on your test, you have to show me this work, okay? You know, you don't have to show me every single little solving step, but I need to see your equations, and then you need to make a note for me that you use the calculator from there, and so forth. So JK, that's X, plus, now KL is X minus 1, and then JL is equal to 13. Now we've got to combine like terms, so x plus x, that's 2x minus 1 equals 13. So if I'm trying to give you points on your test, I want to see this equation right here. Okay, I want to see that equation there. Now, next step that we have to do is solve for x. So add 1, so you get 2x equals 14. So x is equal to 7. Now we're not done. We want to know KL. So we have x minus 1. So we know x is 7, so we can say 7 minus 1 is 6. So KL is 6. Okay, question 12. And you need to use this stuff up here. Points A, B, and C are collinear, so that means they're on the line. Point B is between A and C, and we want to find the length indicated. So here's our picture. We use this picture for all the problems. There's B, there's A, and there's C. So we need to find BC if AB is 10 and AC is 18. So we can say AB plus BC is equal to AC, and then we plug in. AB is 10, BC, we don't know it, so we'll just leave it as BC, and equal to AC is 18. And so then just subtract 10 from both sides, and so we have BC equals 8. That's question 12. All right, question 14. Z is the midpoint of AB. So we have from A to B, and Z is the midpoint. Now remember, midpoint cuts your segment in half. So the first section and the second section are congruent. So A to Z is equal to Z to B. So AZ is 5y minus 12. And ZB is 6 minus y. And we want to find the length of AZ. So since they're midpoints, we know that AZ is equal to ZB. And we'll plug in what we know for these. 5y minus 12 is equal to 6 minus y. And now we'll just simplify here. I'm going to add a y and add y to cancel that. So I got 5y, oh, I'm sorry, 6y now. Because 5y plus y is 6y minus 12 equals 6. So now add 12 and add 12. So 6y equals 18. So y is equal to 3. Now we're not done. We have to find the length of AZ. So AZ is 5y minus 12. So now you just plug in. So you have 5 times 3 minus 12. So 5 times 3 is 15, minus 12 is 3. So AZ is 3. All right, question 16. This one is very important here. The number line shows the locations of points K and M. If point V is 1/4 of the distance from point K to point M, what is the coordinate of point V? So first thing you have to do is find the distance between K and M. So from K to M, how far is that? So we can go look here. 2, 4, 6, 8. From 0 to -8, how far is that? It's 8. So KM, the length of that is 8. And now it says V is 1/4 of the distance. So 1/4 of. That means you take the distance, KM, sorry guys, my pen's going crazy, KM, and you're multiplying it by 1/4, or dividing it by 4. So we have 8 times 1/4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So now this is where it becomes interesting. This 2 is not where the point is actually located. We know that the distance is 2 away from whatever point they're telling us to start at. So we want to go from K to M. So you start at K, and then how far do we have to go? 2, because we're going 1/4 of the way. So go over 2. So from -8, what's 2 to the right? 6. So point V would be on -6. Because if you look at it, from -8 to 0, your total distance is 8. 1/4 of that is just 2. So you just go over 2 towards M. This part right here, from K to M, that tells you the direction you go. So it would be at -6. All right, next one. Question 18. A plane and a line intersect at A. This comes from your blue foldable. Intersect at a point. A plane and a line intersect at a point. So again, that's like the sheet of paper with the string going through it, or a pencil going through it. They only meet in one little tiny spot. All right, 20. 2 lines. So we have this line here and this line there. 2 lines intersect at a point. All right, guys. So right now, we've done half of our review. We've done all the evens. Like I said, you need to watch this, get a feel for how I'm asking you to show your work. Okay, what I'm showing is what you guys should be showing. Yes, it's a little bit of work, but you want to get all the points that you can. So go on ahead, answer all these, try to work them out as best you can. I'm going to put the key for the rest of these up as well, so you can check your work. And if you have questions, come see me in tutorials. See y'all later. Bye.